All right, I'm behind the scenes of a Rob Has a Podcast show. Actually, it's a post-show recaps our scripted TV division, and Rob and Josh are talking about the Game of Thrones. And what I'm doing is I'm setting up for the questions that will come in from the audience. So how that works is I'm just going to mouse over here on the Hangout, and I'm going to click on this green icon comment tracker. I'm going to open that up. And it defaults to sources, but the menu here, there's the three lines, and you click on that, and you've got all the different items you can use here. And we'll go to sources. Now I'm going to go to the YouTube page that's actually broadcasting this live out to the world to watch. And 16 whole people watching right now. This number always seems to be odd in the beginning because I know we have a couple hundred watching right now. So I'm not sure why the number is so off, and going down. Ooh. But nonetheless, I know there's a couple hundred people out there because we know how many people are there in our chat room chatting at the same time. So I'm just going to steal the YouTube link, and then I'm going to go to the Google Hangout, and then I'm going to paste that link into the sources, and I'm going to go plus, and it adds it in. And then the Twitter one is a little bit more involved. So you can see I have a whole bunch of widgets in my Twitter account. And what I do each time, I've already created it. You could create a new one right here the first time. But then after that, it's already created, and you just click on the old one. And in this case, I want to follow the hashtag PS recaps. So I press edit, and then I don't have to change anything. It stays the same, but I go save changes. And as long as it says widget updated up here, I can steal that link, copy it, go back to the Hangouts, and put it in as a source as well. So there's the second source. Then I click on the menu again. I always check out my settings. I want the newest ones first. I don't actually. I want the oldest ones first so I can work my way through them. And other than that, all the other settings should be just fine. Then I click on the menu again, and I go stream, and there are all the questions. And right now, if you look down here where my square is, I'm hidden away. That's why I'm shaded. I'm hidden away from the show, and because Rob started the show, he has hidden me away, and I can do my work behind the scenes then while he runs the show. Although you can have the person running the show to also be hidden away too. But that option is not here because I did not start the show. I'm not the owner of the show right now. Rob is. But what happens next is I just click on whatever question I want to have appear on the eyeball. And if you notice down here in the bottom, my picture has been replaced with the question. Then later on, Rob will bring me back into the show, and it won't look any different on the big screen for me, but Rob will manually click on what would be my face, but it's actually the question, and that will appear on the screen so that the audience can read the question. So now that I have a stream, what I do is I look through the questions to see which ones are appropriate or which ones aren't. In some cases, some of our audience are talking about other shows that we cover, and they just happen to be using the hashtag so that some of our hosts notice them. So if you notice here, people are talking about Orphan Black or Once Upon a Time, because we have those shows being recorded tonight. And so I need to go through and I just hit the garbage can for the ones that don't make any sense for this show. Seinfeld, we do a show on Seinfeld as well. We do there's Seinfeld again, more Seinfeld. And when we do come across a question that's appropriate for the show, then I will mark it with the pin, but I still haven't come across a good question yet. Well, we'll mark that one. But I keep going through. Okay, Rob's about to bring me back into the show to do the questions, and now you notice my square is no longer shaded out. I have one selected already, And what Rob's doing on the other end is he's clicking on my square so it shows up on the screen looking something like this. And then he clicks off it so that he and Josh can banter. Now I'll click on the next question. It replaces my picture down there as well. And I delete the question I've already used so I don't forget. And then we'll continue on through the list of questions. And here is the YouTube page with Josh and Rob bantering about the questions. And then all of a sudden a question appears on the screen.